Hi. Welcome to USWA FloArena Wrestling Umbrella, from local to regional and national events. We have a few videos available that cover different topics, so if the information is not available in this session, check out our list of other videos to find what you may need. In this video, it's going to be setup part 1, and we're going to be reviewing divisions, weights, brackets, adding mats, and importing wrestlers. Our next video will be setup part 2, and in that video we will review rounds, assignment cues, and numbering. In another video, we will be including printing weigh-in cards and weigh-in sheets, entering weights, and doing our double checks. And another video will include bracketing, seeding, numbering our matches, the starting of a tournament, and covering any corrections along the way. So in this first video, we're going to start with our setup. We're going to start on this top corner tab. It's called Setup, and we're going to just be working our way down the list as we go. So if you click on your event, it'll bring up the name of your event, your start date, your location, and any other tabs that you may check here. One of the first things we're going to do today is we're going to be importing our wrestlers. This may already be done once you arrive at an event, but if it is not, you're going to click on Data Management. We're going to go to Bulk Import, and you can pull this in from a CSV file. Whee! And you're going to do the first row of the column names, and you just hit yes, and it'll import now, and it'll pull in all your wrestlers. All right, we have now successfully imported 927 wrestlers. So to review more setup, we're going to go into divisions. When we imported all those wrestlers, it automatically created a 16U men's freestyle because they were already pre-registered in that division. If we wanted to add another division, we would click division name, and you can add juniors, men freestyle. We would change their profile to freestyle. And that's how you would add a new division. There is a little check mark right here is published. If you want to, as you're working on building brackets, if you uncheck this button, the public will not be able to see the brackets until you're ready to publish them. There's also a little gear on the side here called Advanced Settings. If you click on this, this is where you can review your period times. In freestyle, you'll have 2 periods. In a folk style event, you'll have 3 periods. Also, folk style, your consolation times might be a little bit smaller, so you can adjust those. Other things you want to make sure is your tech fall points, whether it's 10. Here you'll have injury time, 5 minutes, blood. So depending on the event that you're running and what the rules are, you may have to make adjustments to some of these times. Freestyle, you'll have a shot clock for 30 seconds. Your rest time between periods is going to be 30 seconds. Your rest time between matches would be 15 minutes. And then you never want to select this apply to all divisions because this will affect your entire event. Once you have made this adjustment, it'll make that adjustment for only the division that you have selected. The next thing we want to just double check is if this is a USA wrestling event, we want to make sure it has the UWW standard bout sheet. And once that is completed, we can go straight into our weight classes. Now we have imported weight classes automatically when we imported our wrestlers with the 16U division. So it'll show you here all the weight classes that were under pre-registration. It'll also show you the number of wrestlers per weight class. If you need to add a weight class for juniors, for example, you can add a weight class and it would be 100. You can add your max weight, which would be 100 even. And then when you're ready to add your next one, you just click weight, and we're going to go 106. The max weight would be 106. And if you want to add your minimum weight, it would be 100.1. That way, when a wrestler weighs in and he wants to wrestle the 106 weight class, but he weighed in at 99 pounds, it'll prompt you that this wrestler is suited for a different weight class. So you can make that decision based on his actual weight. Next, we're going to review brackets. In the brackets, we are going to look under the options here. So we're going to go to 16 men's options. This will bring up how many places you want per bracket. So we want 8 places. Your maximum round robins would be 6 or 5, whichever you choose. And then if there's tier seating, we want to show more, and we want to make sure the tiered seating box has been checked. In Fargo, you will have tiered seating, so you really want to make sure that one is checked. On the separations tab, the tiers will be placed under custom 1, what tier they are. So we want to make sure that that is checked. And then we want to also make sure that this is the first criteria. So if you click on custom 1 and drag it up, there we go. It will now have the tiers be your first seating criteria, and then it would come in as teams after that. We're going to hit save for this. We do not want to hit all. You do not want to save all divisions. You always want to just work on your event and hit save. If you are doing best 2 out of 3, there in options, there's also going to be a check box for that under show more. You want to make sure that this is selected if you're doing best 2 out of 3 matches at the end of the event. We will be reviewing that in another video in more detail at a later time. The last thing I'm going to show you here is how to add mats. You would go down to your mats, and we're going to auto create mats. We're going to say we would like to add 25 mats and say OK. And it'll automatically populate 25 mats for you. If you have added a 26th mat, if you go to auto create mats, please do not put 26 mats. This is how many would you like to add. You only want to add 1. If you were to add 26, it would give you 51 mats, and we don't want that many, 52 mats. So we just want to add 1 mat, and you say, okay. And now we will have a total of 26 mats. And for this first video, that is all we have to review. Thank you.